I have a lot of fragrances to choose from. This comes as no surprise to anybody. However, these are some of the ones that I actually handpick and decide to wear the most. This is kind of a revised list here. As we're starting to move into fall, things are changing. When I did this a little while ago, it was summer in full force and that kind of influenced things. Now we're moving into fall and winter after that. And so, I'm kind of changing up my selections a little bit. Still got a couple fresher leaning scents in here, but with the addition of some sweeter scents as well, just to make up for those cooler days that we have ahead. This first one is Mancera Cosmic Pepper, sticking with the fresher side of things a little bit with this one. Has a couple different types of pepper, pink pepper, black pepper, and then a lot of this fresh aromatic lavender appeal, some woody notes going on. It's peppery, spicy, clean, and fresh with just a little bit of a woody heaviness. Quite a bit of musk going on as well, a little bit of tonka bean in the dry down, and some lemon to open things up. So you kind of have a mixture of things going on here. What I like so much about this is the fact that it reminds me of a couple of my favorite fragrances combined. A little bit of this Allure Homme sport creaminess, a little bit of the spicy, aromatic La Nuit de Lone leaning spiciness with a little bit of a lavender freshness. That's kind of where this one falls, but still with its own twist as well. And that's really what I enjoy about this one. The main thing is the supreme level of versatility that this one has. It takes zero thought process. Whenever I feel like, man, I don't know what I want to wear today, I can throw this on and I'm set for any situation. And it's affordable. Niche, but 120 ml usually goes for just under $100, sometimes $80, $90, sometimes maybe even a bit less. So there is no way that you can really go wrong with something like this. This next one is a bit fresh too, and then we'll switch gears a little bit. Y Eau de Parfum Intense. It is pretty much my favorite Y at this point, at least when we're talking in production. I've got to admit, YO Fresh has always been one that I've really, really enjoyed, but can't get that one anymore. And make no mistake, YEDP, I love it to this day. It's the most popular one by far. It's iconic at this point. And I do like the new Les Parfums 2025 a lot as well. That would be my top three, this one included. But when it comes down to just would I reach for the most of those three, it would be this one, the Eau de Parfum Intense. I like the heavier aromatic leaning focus here. So you get the sage, you get the lavender, you get this amber wood smell coming from the EDP, but then you get a good amount of vetiver in here as well, some geranium to go along with it. It's woody, it's aromatic, it's fresh with just, again, a bit of a soapy woodiness. And I just find it to be way more wearable. And because it doesn't have that sweetness, it just is more appealing to me on a more regular basis, because when it's warm outside, sometimes YEDP is just a little bit too much. This one usually is going to be around $90 to $100 as well. 100 ml full presentation price, not bad. And the fact that you can wear this for any situation makes it well worth it. All right, now let's get into something a bit sweeter here with Roja Creation E. This is the Parfum Cologne. I also wear the Pure Parfum quite often as well. Switch between the two in wintertime, just depending on what I feel like going for, but this one's obviously going to be more affordable. It has tobacco, cognac, vanilla, even some benzoin as well. So the benzoin, vanilla go hand in hand, just kind of a vanillic smell, a little bit powdery, but then syrupy as well. Tobacco and cognac also playing hand in hand here, giving you a nice booziness and a bit of a smokiness as well. Some people have compared this to kind of having a bubbly cola smell, which, you might not expect that looking at it on paper, but when you do smell this one, you kind of pick up on that. You see what they're talking about. I don't know if that's coming from the heliotrope that's in here or not, but you do pick up on a little bit of that. It doesn't make it a floral scent by any means, but it's the slightest amount of a fresh support, because besides that, you've just got a bunch of sweet, heavy notes going on here. This is still predominantly a sweeter fall-winter scent, but with a very mature, classy, and sophisticated high-end smell to it. A lot of times when you look into this category, sweet fragrances, you might be inclined to immediately think of something playful smelling, like a Stronger With You, because that type of style is very common these days. This is, the complete opposite. This smells really, really premium. Some might even venture to say that it has maybe a little bit of an older smell to it. You know, I wouldn't say old man smelling, but it's definitely more in the mature category, which I like. It's something different, and it's a nice way to change things up. Sticking with that trend, we have Gentleman Eau de Parfum Reserve Privé by Givenchy. This is the flanker to get within the lineup. Are they going to release something that tops this one? I don't know. They haven't done it yet, and who knows if they will. This one has whiskey, chestnut, and iris, so it's a nice boozy, slightly gourmand take on that pre-existing iris-focused DNA, which we didn't really have anything like this up until this point. So there is no redundancy as far as I'm concerned with it clashing with any other flankers, because it really separates itself a lot from the Eau de Parfum and all of the others. I think what I like so much about this one is kind of like what I was saying with Roja Creation E. It's just a more mature smelling scent. Yes, it's sweet. Yes, it's, you know, a fall winter scent, but it does have more of a premium smell, which is a welcomed change of pace compared to what we have these days. Let's go for a Chanel up next. You know, when it comes down to it, they are hard to recommend because they're expensive and you can't get a deal on them, like ever. You know, very rarely can you get them on sale, and that's just, it rubs people the wrong way. I don't even really like it either. It's just sometimes you want to feel like you're saving some money. You can't really do that with Chanel. However, I have a lot of Chanel's, backup bottles upon backup bottles, because at the end of the day, their selection is limited, comparatively speaking, to all of the other brands, right? So I gravitate towards them in that way because of that. It's not overwhelming. If you want to pick out an Armani scent, you've got like 50 of them to choose from. It's not the case with Chanel. And so Bleu de Chanel Parfum is one that I go for a lot. And it's going to be this or Allure Homme Sport Extreme or Allure Homme Sport. Those are kind of my three main ones that I'm going for. Every now and then I'll throw on Platinum Egoiste. Every now and then I'll throw on, you know, Edition Blanche in the summertime. And truth be told, I've been wearing the new exclusive version a lot. It's expensive even more so. But I digress. Bleu de Chanel Parfum, I get a ton of use out of this one. When I don't know what I want to wear, this is yet another contender that I can just pick up and spray on, and I know that I'm set for anything. Whether it's the day starts off casual and then it turns into, oh, I've got something I need to dress up for. I mean, this is along for the ride. Just reapply it and you're good to go. This one has lemon zest, sandalwood, cedar wood as well. More of a woody focused take. Doesn't really have the incense and grapefruit combination. You're getting the freshness from the lemon zest here, which is a little bit of a different twist. Doesn't need much more describing than that. Still the Bleu de Chanel DNA, but just a little bit more polished, and I really like it. Running down to the end with Acqua di Gio Parfum. Also doesn't need much explaining. Can we focus? But it's Acqua di Gio Profumo, and I've said that a million times, and I'm not going to go into too much detail here other than I wear it a lot, you know. This is the 100 ml bottle, so it has the magnetic cap. The 125 mls are the click cap, and that is the old style bottle. They don't make that anymore. Now it's just this 100 ml, 200 ml, 50 ml sizing configuration here. And like I said, magnetic caps, which is just so weird that they change things up like that. Profumo always had a magnetic cap, and so I don't know why they started this line off with something different. It's weird, but oh well. It's a nice smoky aquatic, a nighttime aquatic. It works for any time of the year, no questions asked. We're gonna finish things off with a fall scent that I absolutely love, and it just has so much going on, but at the same time doesn't feel crowded. It's Paco Rabanne Pure XS. This is just the original version here. We have vanilla, liquor, myrrh, sugar, benzoin, and cinnamon. That's just a few of the notes. It's the ones that you mostly are likely to pick up on. They've got a ton more listed off as well. So just looking at that on its own kind of looks crowded because there's differing, you know, categories here. You got a little bit of fresh, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of boozy, a little bit of gourmand. And so you think that the scent is going to be muddled, but when you smell it, it's the furthest thing from that. This is really well balanced, and it is the perfect balance of a little bit fresh, a little bit bubbly, a little bit sweet, a little bit gourmand. It's perfect for fall. I really don't wear this in wintertime. It doesn't really hold up the best. It's not the best performing, but in fall, it is amazing. And so where we live, fall is kind of limited in terms of it feels like fall for a good couple of weeks, it seems like, and then it just goes straight to winter. So during that short-lived fall temperature range, I try to wear this as much as I can because that's when it is best, at least for my wearing experience. And this one is pretty affordable, you know, it's $50, maybe $60 or so, and one that you can just get a ton of use out of. It just smells fun. It smells comforting. It is just perfect for autumn. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for me. I've got so many things to choose from, but these are what I reach for most. Changing gears a little bit to accommodate for the change in temperature that we've been experiencing. It's been getting cold in the mornings and in the evening, so you know, a few of these options are really great for that. I will drop links to everything down below. If you want to get rare fragrances, great deals, you know, discontinued stuff, anything like that, go subscribe to my mailing list at the first link down below. Also, just go check out my community tab here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, that way you can see those posts. Every day we're finding great stuff, great deals, rare stuff as well, and you guys are able to get the stuff. It's really, really cool. And I will link all of the scents that we talked about today down below in the description as well. There's some coupon codes down there that you can use for Joma Shop and Vinba Fragrance and Perfume Box and all of that stuff to save you some money. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.